Hello everyone, we're Team Bots and this is our app assets.fyi. This is Sprint 5 for our minimum viable product. So our updated problem statement for this sprint is that many individuals, particularly those with limited financial literacy, struggle to understand how their current assets impact their long-term net worth. Existing financial tools like Empower, Mint, and Rocket Money often fall short, either being too complex or overly focused on budgeting and spending rather than long-term asset growth and optimization. These tools lack personalized net worth projections and optimization features, leaving users, especially beginners, without accessible, intuitive software to help them optimize their financial assets and plan for the future in an easily digestible manner. Our updated solution for that problem is our current solution approach focuses on creating a simple, clean net worth tracker with projections across multiple asset classes, addressing the key gaps identified through user interview and domain research. Existing financial tools often suffer from cluttered interfaces and unnecessary features that overwhelm users, especially those less financially savvy. Our design prioritizes an intuitive mobile experience, ensuring ease of use without sacrificing functionality. In addition, it will have plenty of user education features to help bridge the knowledge gap for users without much personal finance acumen. Okay, so for Sprint 5, our biggest questions are, do users find the integrated educational content more helpful than static resources? And are users willing to pay for premium optimization features within our app? So going through our business model canvas, so our main updates are that we could not produce the financial advisor connection in time for this minimum viable product. So we're solely focusing on our revenue stream of a freemium model with an improved user experience if they pay the $5. So this $5 fee will basically allow users to get to the optimized asset page, and that will be our main revenue stream for the launch of our app. Going into our architecture, the main changes we have with our architecture is that we are now using the Stripe API to handle payments. Okay, so moving on to our code review. So our app was built using the Ionic framework, and our dashboard that we'll show later was built using React. We did our code revision history through GitHub and GitHub issues, and the main APIs we used in our app were Stripe and Firebase.
Yeah, so now for our revenue model, we're going with kind of a freemium model. So we have the Optimize Assets tab behind a paywall. So you pay $5, and then you can see our strategies for optimizing your asset distribution. The rest of the app is free, kind of mentioned with the freemium model. And yeah, the payment is handled through the Stripe API. Yeah, so like Cole was talking about earlier with our biggest questions, we were curious about, what users want to see on the educational tab. So for this sprint, we added a weekly video to give more information just about what's going on in finance. And yeah, we're excited to see what users' feedback is on that. Yeah, so for this sprint, we also had to add a second platform, and we added this dashboard. So as you can see, there's two main screens, users and button clicks. So the users just displays all the users in the app. So we have data about their gender, state they're from, their age, and their ID. This comes in useful whenever we're trying to find a particular user in the Firebase console. And we know the ID, we know the name, but we're trying to find the ID. And this just provides an easy way for us to do that. Kind of same for the button clicks. This just makes testing a lot easier. Gives us some nice graphical way to view the button clicks, kind of understand what features users are gravitating towards.
So for Sprint 5 testing, what we did was we interviewed 22 individuals. This time we made care to actually only interview people who didn't view themselves as financially savvy. The reason for this is that's our target audience for the app. We just picked random people on campus in around Atlanta. We had them just use an app with the assets already loaded and mainly had them look at education screen and optimize assets, and then had them fill out a survey. So for some of the results for a testing, just one big thing we saw in our A/B testing was that the one education screen with education video, we saw slightly better education for users, which we think is a good sign and shows that video content along with normal text-based content will be useful to increasing users' education. And then another thing we saw was that the likelihood for people to pay for a revenue model of the optimized assets did seem to increase as the financially savviness of users decreased, which again, this shows how really our target market is users who are very new to finance and not that financially savvy yet. Some other key takeaways that we got from this But there was a lot of demand from users for personalized education content, which is something we might have to consider as we continue to build out the app in the future. Another thing is that users really did want some help with taxes as well, which is not something currently built into the app, but it's something we might want to consider as we continue building out more features.